What's up, y'all? It's the Big Dog Command Room with your boy Mambo. You know, I'm here. First thing I want to say before I say anything else, and before I forget, Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. By the time you see this, it probably will be Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving Eve here. Um, just want to say that. Hope you enjoy your families, and just remember to be thankful for everything, and just really just cherish this life, man, and value it. Don't take anything for granted. And bless y'all, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Second thing. Welcome to Wednesday Night Wrestling. Brother, we're in here and we're gonna get right to the Week 11 reflections. Let me stop. Only reason why I did that is for my boy John Ridgeway, man. Shout out to my boy John Ridgeway. I've been watching a lot of them highlights of him doing the WWE auditions. You know, he was body slamming the guy. I had no problems with the play. I mean, he needed to chill out. That was a little intense, but I mean, for the NFL's standards of rules and stuff like that. But man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the aggression. I liked it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was watching it, like you see in my last video, I was like, oh, like, and then he slammed him, and it's just like, yo, the dude crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. Even his name just sounded like like a wrestler. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like John Ridgeway. Yeah, brother, it's John Ridgeway, and I'm gonna double suplex you, reverse suplex you so hard that you'll never play another NFL game again. Like, don't mind me. Like, anyways, man, like I said, we're going to get into the Week 11 reflections. I probably need some tea after this because my throat's all messed up, but yeah, man, let's get into it, you know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get to 30 subscribers by the end of the year. We at 15. We're halfway there. That 16 one. You out there somewhere. I see you. But yeah, man. To be real, before we get into it, like, I didn't watch the beginning of the game per se. I was on the way back from church. I missed like most of the first quarter. Not quite like the last 2 minutes of it, but I'm looking at it on my phone driving. I shouldn't be doing it, but hey, you know what I'm saying. Trying to give y'all the best coverage I can. So I'm seeing it, and I see like an interception. I'm like, who the interception by? And I see it's Kendall Fuller, and it's a pick six. I was like, ain't no way. It must be Christmas in November. Christmas early, like, you know. Forget about July and all that, you know what I'm saying? Christmas came early because this man, Kendall Fuller, not only did he catch an interception, but he ran one back. I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mr. Carlos Rogers Jr. himself, like, you know, caught a pick six, man. Like, extremely proud of him. And once he did that, and then when I got there and saw how it was, I was like, oh yeah, it's about to be a long day for them, you know what I'm saying? Long day for the Texans. But shout out to him for setting the tone. From what I saw and heard, that we had trouble kind of getting started and getting our offense started up as usual. And he the defense had to step up and kind of set the tone. So, shout out to Kendall Fuller. And ESPN, you gotta get y'all stuff right, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got the highlight of Kendall Fuller, but y'all talking about Kendall Miller. Who is Kendall Miller? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of y'all caught that, but I did, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, who is Kendall Miller? You know what I'm saying? Get my man's name right. Put some respect on my man's name, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, next thing, B-Rob. B-Rob looking explosive, you know what I'm saying? Looking back to his, like, almost like to his pre-50 Cent self, pre-shot self or whatever. I'm not trying to make light of that, but just saying, looked very explosive. He had one where, like, kind of the run was going to the right, but he cut it back left, and it was like nobody there, and he just kind of shot up the field, and it looked really good. I was happy to see him like that. Curtis Samuel, like, you know what I'm saying, that was a smooth run. Like, you know, he, don't know where he was going. Like, I'm looking at the highlights, like they're showing the camera angle from the touchdown view, and I'm like, where are you going? You know what I'm saying? Like the cut that he made, like, cause it's almost like he was got to go inside, but you know, it was still a good run. Really well blocked and just smooth. Like, you know, he I don't even think he got touched. So, you know, just a good thing, man. He really could have got, like, you know, that touchdown sooner. Like, you know, it was another run he had early in the drive where he was running to the right side. He was running to the right side, and like, you know, he had two blockers, and it was three defenders, two blockers, and like he's trying to, like, you know, I don't know, like juke the guy so he can get like 5 yards, but it's like, if you just run straight, cut back inside and just run straight, protect the ball, please do that, and just run straight, you're fast enough to outrun him. You run 4.3. I doubt he does that as well. So, you know what I'm saying, you could have took that to the crib. Like, I don't know who was on the inside, but it didn't look like it was nobody that close. So yeah, man. That's that. The D line, man. I'm gonna eat some pizza too. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't mind, the 7-Eleven pizza come clutch, man. Real cheap. And it hits the spot. You know what I'm saying? But Efe Obada, I thought he had a sack, but it was actually Jonathan Allen. You know, that was a great play. And it was great pressure too, just by all, like, you know, it was like Efe Obada, Jonathan Allen, and somebody else was like back there. Probably Payne. But it was a great, you know, thing. And so, like, then Payne and Sweat, you know, they had back-to-back sacks, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, our D-line was just dominating. And I hope they carry this on, you know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't. I mean, literally they've played well and dominant every game this year except for the Green Bay game. So I hope this momentum carries on. You know, and nothing changes, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, let's keep it rolling. Logan Thomas is back. I hope he's back, like, permanently, like, you know what I'm saying? But he looked clean, man. He had this one catch on the sideline, like, it was just like, that was like, oh yeah, this vintage, like, you know, Logan Thomas, like, it's like this mean, like, that jet was cold, like, and Heineke was diming him up, like, you know, on some stuff, man. So he looked good. Need him to step up with all these other injuries and stuff like that with the tight end position, man. I really miss Pete Hainer, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I miss Pete Hainer. Like, people don't talk about it enough, like, you know, how our tight end position was like one of the key focal points in our offense, and it's like ever since he's been gone, like, it's kind of like they've taken a step back. I don't know if it's just because Logan Thomas been injured or like the other guys are just young, but it's definitely been a significant difference, like, you know, in the past 2 years. So yeah, man. But yeah, Gibb running hard. He running hard and angry. You know what I'm saying? He had this one run, like, as soon as he got the ball, he was like, you know, hitting the got a good little, you know, I think it was I don't think it was first down, but it was just a really good run. Like, he was just really just like out the gate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in a shotgun run or whatever. As soon as he got the ball, he was ready to go. And then he had like this one, like, when I love when they do that, like, when he just, like, soon as they snap the ball, Gibb just goes out to be an outlet and they throw it right to him. He had one, and if he would have cut, I feel like if he would have cut back inside, he would have scored too. You know what I'm saying? He definitely would have scored. Like, it was like no question, because it was like he brought them into the red zone, and all he had to do was beat one person, but he went out of bounds instead, which is fair. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as we score. But he could have, like, for highlights purposes, like, you know, he could have, like, you know, took that to the crib. And then, the only problem I really had on defense, you know what I'm saying, wasn't John Ridgeway, but John Bostic. John Bostic got caught in some, like, you know, like some really messed up, like, crossfire, I would say, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's the perfect word for that, because it was the assignment that he was given. He was in zone. They're running basic zone. He has his little area and stuff like that. And Brandon Cooks is running a drag route across him. When he cross face as a linebacker, you're supposed to, like, hit the receiver or knock him off his route, like, you know what I'm saying, as much as you can. Which John Bostic tried to do, but Brandon Cooks is so fast, and I would say strong. I'm not gonna, like, discredit his strength, but he didn't really get knocked off balance, and he caught the ball and ran for an eternity. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it just showed how slow John Bostic is, man. It's really bad, and it's just like we need some fast linebackers that could just shut that down. Because a fast linebacker probably would just ran with him instead of just trying to, like, solely just trying to knock him off his route. Probably run with him, either pick that off or knock the ball in. You know what I'm saying? But not John Bostic. And John Bostic is so bad, so slow, that even the announcer for the game was just like, man, when you put John Bostic on Brandon Cooks, it's not a good look. Like y'all go back and look at the game, man. Like, if you can, like, this is exactly what he said. I'm like, dad, going. Like, even the announcers know that John Bostic is trash. Like, he not trash, but he not good with those situations. So we need to make sure he stays limited from any type of stuff like that again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But anyways, man, like I said, man, my boy John Ridgeway, I can't wait to see him in the WWE when he finishes his NFL career, bro. Like, it's gonna be really good. Cause he looks like a wrestler too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has, like, little, like, mullet type, bowl cut haircut. You know what I'm saying? And the mustache. Like, he looks like he's ready. All he needs is a flannel shirt that's cut off, and he's good. John Ridgeway. He don't need to change. He don't need no nickname. It's John Ridgeway. But like I said, man, I'm not mad at the penalty. This needs to be smarter. And shout out to all the D-line. You know what I'm saying? Payne, Sweat, Allen, mainly Allen, for all of them chipping in and help pay for his fine. You know what I'm saying? But also emphasizing that, like, if he does it again, they not paying for his fine again. You know what I'm saying? Like, Allen was like, bro, like, if he would have had to pay that fine, he would be playing for free in December. Like, but if he does it again, he gonna be playing for free. So you gotta get it together. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Sweat had 2 sacks, man. Could have had 3. He could have had 3, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he just Davis Mills, like, whoop, he hit him with a little pocket action, little move. So messed that hat trick up, man. Like, but it is what it is, man. I'm glad they held him to 3. I think that was the same drive where John Bostic got cooked, but somehow we held him to 3, and I think the next scoring thing was just like David Mills just finding an opportunity. It was a huge gap in the pocket for him, so I was happy about that one. I don't know if y'all noticed this, and I don't know if I said it in my last video, but Jamie Davis has been calling the plays, like, the past 2 games. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm sitting there watching the Eagles game, and I'm saying, Jamie, he calling plays. I'm like, oh, he's helping call the plays. Like, I'm like, oh, look at him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm seeing the maturity. I'm like, oh, he's calling, like, he's seeing something, he's calling it out. I didn't know he was calling the plays. until like I don't know if Jack Del Rio or Ron Rivera was saying that he had the green dot, and I'm like, that's a huge step. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think I was tripping, but I thought like I just thought he was just like helping out calling plays because Cam had the green dot. You know, the past couple games, but that's a major step, man. And I'm so proud of him for being able to be in that position where he's able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see the continued growth. I can't wait to see what happens when Cole Holcomb comes back and he's not really he doesn't have to call the. Well, it's gonna be interesting. Is he gonna be calling the plays still, or Cole Holcomb will be the green dot? Like, I wonder what's gonna happen. So that's gonna be interesting to see. I just want Jamie Davis to play free and be able to play like his best brand of football, like his best, be out there and just play freely. You know what I'm saying? But no overthinking. So then they had a cut scene to Chase Young, and he was out there, but he was on the pregame workouts, and he just he didn't have a huge knee brace on. He had a small one, like a slight, the ones you get at Dick's Sporting Goods or CVS. You know what I'm saying? One of them joints, the little copper tone type joints. So now it wasn't one of them, but it was just a small, like it wasn't a serious brace, like with no supports. It was just like a brace, a little sleeve. You know what I'm saying? So he was out there with that on, and he was working out, looking like a lot like quicker. You know what I'm saying? Not as stiff. So that was good to see. Can't wait to see him back, man. I don't know if he's gonna be back with the Falcons, like what I'm saying, but whenever he comes back, man, I'm just happy they activated him and he's not gonna be out for the rest of the year. Because we're gonna need him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's gonna be a point. He's gonna start off gradually, and we're not gonna see the Chase Young that we're used to seeing. He's gonna keep getting his plays. He ain't gonna play a lot, like what I'm saying. 10 snaps, 10, 12 snaps ain't a lot. You know what I'm saying? But as time progresses, he probably get like 20, 30 snaps. And then it's just gonna be a play. He gonna make one play, and it's just gonna be like, yeah, Chase Young's back, and he's gonna hit that stride, and like it's gonna hopefully, I think that's just gonna carry us to wherever we go. Not calling playoffs yet, you know what I'm saying? Because anything can happen. But I really feel like we're built for the playoffs. We've been to the playoffs since in 2020, what I'm saying, with a weaker schedule, you know what I'm saying. Then we go through a gauntlet last year, and we had all kind of adversity, you know what I'm saying, which is nothing new for us. Had all kind of adversity, COVID and playing back to back like division rivals and stuff like that. Yeah, undermanned and all that stuff. We're prepared for stuff like this to happen and to come up for anything, you know what I'm saying? So we have the edge, we have the mentality, we have the experience, to go against any of these teams, because we haven't. None of them, outside of probably the Browns with Deshaun Watson, none of them have a quarterback that's like, oh shoot, we got to play them. We did that last year. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new. None of them have maybe the 49ers, their defense. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, and maybe the Cowboys, but other than that, it's just it's none of them is just oh, so. Not saying that we're gonna make the playoffs. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, because anything happen, you know what I'm saying. Y'all seen it, y'all heard it, you know what I'm saying, knocking on wood, but we have a good chance. I like our chances. So, moving forward, we had a beautiful stunt with Tez and Payne, man. They just kind of this little weaving. You ever seen people they be skating and they just kind of cross and then come back around and all they be doing that little synchronized stuff, or the cars in movies would it be, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. It just looked like one of them. It was so cool, you know what I'm saying. I love to see how they're playing like that. You could really kind of feel it, you know what I'm saying. I don't know, those football players out there that's played with somebody and y'all kind of had that chemistry and stuff like that. It's just like I could feel that on the screen. Like when I saw that play, I was like, that is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they keep it up, man. My boy Big Payne, they need to pay him. It's good to hear that they're trying to pay him. They need to, you know what I'm saying? And they need to pay all these guys, bro. I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how difficult it's going to be hard to sign the other free agents. If we sign the people that we got right now, we won't really need to get no major free agents. Like not a whole, like the Jaguars be having like 20 million daggone free agents and stuff like that. And the daggone, like, you know, the Texans a couple years ago had 20,000. Like, if we sign our guys, we only need a couple pieces. We probably get a guard, like, you know, offensive guard. Probably might get a tackle or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get a corner. Like, what else do we need? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sign our people. You know what I'm saying? And let's run it back. You know what I'm saying? Build around Taylor Heinicke, like I said. I'm not saying that we're going to possibly win the Super Bowl this year. Or maybe next year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying that we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that if we go to the Super Bowl, like, you know, somehow, that we're going to win it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a possibility because it's like, the way we play with him is just so different. And the way he plays is just like his head's on fire. And I feel like it's going to turn up differently if we do make it to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because the moment don't be too big for him. But it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility. Especially if they just continue to rally behind him and then build around him. Like, you know, it's not a terrible thing. I'm watching John Kahn report with Brian Weinstein. I watch it a lot. I love John Kahn and Brian. Like, Brian Weinstein brought up a really good point because he's just talking about all the quarterbacks that's doing really well this year. It's like Geno Smith and Jimmy Garoppolo and, you know, dudes like that. You know, none of them is like, you know, OC elite and, like, you know what I'm saying, where it's like they're getting paid $200 million and they're still performing. Like, no. We've seen that with Russell Wilson, man. Russell Wilson jugged them. Broncos got jugged. Man, I don't even know how much guarantee he got, like money got guaranteed, but he jugged them. Dang, I know they mad at him, man. But, like, people so obsessed with, like, you know, having this elite quarterback, even us, is because it's like we've been absent from that for so long. It's like the dude that's always, like, you know, he gets girls, you know what I'm saying? I might be speaking for myself. You get the girls, like, you know what I'm saying? But you haven't got that 10, like, you know, you haven't got that, like, one that you always wanted and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know, that's something that you always strive after. You know, passed over all these good girls and all that stuff. Not saying that we've got. I mean, our quarterback situation. Now, and I'm not speaking for my love life at this point, but I'm just saying our quarterback situation has been trash for a long time. And Taylor Heinicke has been the best situation QB wise since, like, RG3. Like that 1 year RG3 and, like, you know, like somewhat Kirk Cousins, but, like, I've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, since the playoffs, like, you know what I'm saying? Since that playoff game, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep rolling with him until you find a better solution, or until the whole league figures him out and just shuts him down, and he just doesn't have any money to buy Jordans anymore, and he's just terrible, and is, like, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not trying to speak that on him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, will there be disappointments with him? Even this season, I don't know. Like there's a great possibility, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't want to speak on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to you know what I'm saying? You heard it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I don't even know how I got on it, but just saying. You know what I'm saying? So Defoe. That's a freaking amazing play. Defoe has really grown, and I'm just so happy for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's slowly becoming one of my favorite players on their defense. I want to say, so Cam Curl, of course, 3-1. You already know. And my high school number and stuff like that. So it's Cam Curl, Benjamin St-Juste, Defoe. And then I don't know, like the rest of them. So, but he's slowly becoming one of my favorite players. But Benjamin St-Juste is definitely becoming elite as well. Great play by both of them. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to overlook Benjamin St-Juste in that situation. Great play, and just the awareness to just catch the ball and be like, okay, since I got this, I need to make sure I'm in bounds. So let me put my elbow and my shoulder down to make sure I'm in. What a play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some next level stuff, bro. Like, the awareness. Because some players get that ball and then just, like, you know, catch it and then be like, oh, I got the interception. You didn't touch nothing. You didn't touch no ground, no nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Defoe for that awareness. 3 interceptions this year, leading our defense with 3 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? I hope for plenty more from him and the rest of the defense. Like, let's continue this momentum. We're getting these turnovers. I heard we had 6 turnovers in the last 2 games, so that's great. Great to hear, man. So the second half with the defense, man, I did not like that they converted 4 fourth downs on us. Like, 4th down is like, you know what I'm saying, that's like, you know, you're not about to get this, like, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they converted 4 of them janks is not good, bro. I don't even care, like, how high we was, how many points we had up on them, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, like, you know, it's still not good, man. But, I love it, but, yeah, Allen emphasized that. I love hearing him talk, because it's exactly what needed to be said. You know what I'm saying? Don't let us winning don't wait for us to lose to be a reason for us to focus, refocus. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely key, and I feel like the guys is locked in, man. And it's just a different mindset. We're not immature. We're not out here just, you know, dilly dallying, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Last couple things, man. This toward the end of the game, yeah, it's getting better and better as a runner, man. Love to see him run, even in between the tackles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's getting better with that. Running to the outside is kind of, I feel like, more his forte a little bit. Sometimes, like, because he will do some dumb stuff and just run straight out of bounds, like, and not get no yards. He's done it a couple times this year, but, you know. But either way, he's just getting better. And then, like, the last kind of couple plays, like, he ran it, like, you know what I'm saying, outside, and then he slid. And so I'm sitting there like, look at that, like, the maturity, because last year he did it, I think, against the Raiders, I want to say. Like, he ran, but he didn't go out of bounds, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and, or no, he ran out of bounds. Like, he ran the ball and he ran out of bounds. And it was just like, you know, made the clock stop, and so we had to run a couple more plays to try to run the clock down. So this time he slid. So I'm like, look at him maturing and stuff and knowing the situation. So I just was surprised about that, you know what I'm saying? But it turns out I was watching the Mic'd Up with Taylor Heinicke, and I guess Scott Turner or whoever was told Taylor Heinicke to tell Gibby to, like, you know, slide and get down and stuff like that. And so, like, Gib runs it, and he really could have cribbed it, but he slid, and it turned out it was like 3rd and 1 or something like that. So, like, Taylor Heinicke's like, yo, like, did you get it? And he's like, nah, like, and then later he's just like, yo, I would have scored, like, It's a great feeling, man. You on this 2-game winning streak, man. And we need to stay locked in, man. I'm happy we didn't have a trap game. Because we done that for so long. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like we'll win one game and then the next game where we should be winning. Like, we end up getting blown out or just lost. Like, you know, a close win. I mean, close loss and stuff. So, Ron Rivera really has got this team, like, in the right direction, in the right mindset. He has his flaws, just like everybody else on the team. But he has them in the right mindset, and that's what matters most. So, you know how we do with the reflection. I probably shouldn't be eating this pizza. But I love pizza. Like, I probably eat pizza all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not the same type though. Like, I would have to get like other stores or whatever. But I can eat pizza all the time. I probably get constipated, but I eat pizza a lot. But yeah, man. It's really crazy how we turned around this, like, in the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still a lot of work to be done. But I definitely didn't expect this. I was expecting Coach Rivera to get fired. And for us to have to start all over again. But stuff has really changed. I hope it continues. But we just have to be locked in, man. So and then if we would have won the Lions and Titans, we would be we'd be 8-3. And then if we beat the Vikings, we'd be 9-2. And we only lost those games by less than 10 points. The Lions by 9. The Vikings by 3, I want to say. Titans by 3. Or 7. I think it was 7. And the Vikings by 3. Let me see. In the grand scheme of things, oh crap. Okay, so we lost to the Lions by 9, the Titans by 4, and we lost to the Vikings by 3. In the grand scheme of things, and we only lost to the Cowboys. Lost the Cowboys by 15. Okay. In all fairness. Okay, what I was about to say first. In the grand scheme of things, we're not gonna win every game. Like, you know, no NFL team except for the Miami Dolphins and the daggone Patriots have won every game in the regular season and in the postseason. But in all fairness, you know, with our losses to the Cowboys and the Eagles, how we were playing in the beginning of the year would not have helped us beat them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying they all the greatest teams of all time, but you know they're pretty good teams, decent teams. Especially the Eagles, I give them their credit. Like you know their roster is crazy. Um, the Cowboys are okay. Their defense is really their thing. Like you know what I'm saying. Their offense alright. You know what I'm saying to me. I just won't give them their credit because of their coaching. Like you know what I'm saying. Their defensive coaches is good, but it is what it is. But outside of those 2 losses, we only had 3 losses that we lost within less than 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So, although it hurts that we didn't have those wins and we could be in a whole different. That pizza's so good, I'm drooling. You know, like We could have been a whole. Well, yeah, the pizza's so good, I was drooling. But yeah, man. We only lost to 3 teams by less than 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So although those losses hurt us, and if we would have had those wins, it changed our whole playoff position and stuff like that. We still have a great opportunity with I think we got 6 teams in front of us that's directly involved as playoff implications. So we hold the future in our hands. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take control of our destiny. So it is what it is, man. But you know what it is. It's the reflection. So I will be right back because I forgot. Got the trash can. You know what I'm saying? Week 11 has come and gone. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles win and the Texans win has come and gone. You know what I'm saying? So you know what we do. Win, lose, or draw. And then we ball it up and we move on to the next one, man. You know, it was fun. The 2-game winning streak is fun. But now we on to the Atlanta Falcons. Hold on. Let me show you. We on to the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see how that game is going to be. You know what I'm saying? I hope we come up with a dub. I will try to get a video out to y'all Saturday. If not Saturday, then the latest Sunday. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. And again, happy Thanksgiving. I hope y'all enjoy your family. Please be safe out here, man. It's crazy. So y'all be safe out here, and eat some macaroni, cheese, and chicken for me. You know what I'm saying? And maybe if you get some fried turkey, send your boy some. So it's your boy Mambo. Like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching the Big Dog Command Room. Peace, love, and hair grease.